We have a steep climb again, and it started drizzling. So we're finally on the downhill, actually from up there already. It was still raining there, so I didn't want to take the camera out. And we're soon down at the lake again. The same lake we left yesterday morning. Just had to do 1,000 altitude meters for fun. Some things don't change across the border. Burundi is not an easy place. Cash machine, the only cash machine they have, doesn't work. And so we tried to change $50. They didn't accept the $2 bills and a few of the $1 bills, so in the end I got local currency for $30 and another 500 people around here.
Hello, my brother. Ça va bien. That's a load. Hey. Now, if that's not a hat for the Dublin Horse Show. Bonjour, madame. A bean hat. Now we're on the National Highway number 3. Oh, there's a lovely view of the lake. Lake Tanganyika. Starts down in Zambia, comes through Tanzania, and finishes up here at the capital in Burundi. See all the fishing boats out. Bonjour. Bonjour. Ça va bien? Anyway, I just roared at 2 kids that had trailed me for about 3 kilometers. Roaring into my ear the whole way. I don't think they'll follow a cyclist for a while. The terror on their faces when I roared it. Hi. There's something to eat? What do you have? Can you do brochettes?
Brochette ethnique, attends.
Okay. Is this goat? Okay. He's carving the beef. Oh, merci beaucoup. Now, we've had about 50 people surround us when we stopped at this restaurant. She cleared out the restaurant, so they're all around our bikes now, and every now and then somebody comes along and roars at them to get away. They herd the people around here like cattle. You hear the commotion, that's just because we're here. Oh, God. You're on camera here, you know that?
That'll be on your CV.
This is the latest. They're calling me Chinese. I'm trying out all their Do I really look Chinese? But they're not screaming Mazongo anymore, it's all Chinois yet. Oh. I just wonder where the Chinois came out. There obviously weren't enough Chinese around here building roads.
Fuck off now.
Work is losing it. Court's having a little rant to himself. It's not his best day. Started off the guest house, they'd promised him they'd be open at 6. There was nobody there at 7 when we left. Then we spent 2 hours trying to get the SIM card. They kept rejecting our photos and visas. And now we're on a bumpy road. His handlebar bag keeps breaking with all the bumps. Are you all out for an afternoon jog? Huh? Yeah. Here, Fletchy. This is still the Route Nationale number 3. And they're still calling me Chinois. Probably because the road was built by the Chinese. We were probably here for a couple of years building this stretch of the road. So there is a bit of method in their madness. I don't imagine that the Chinese were out on bicycles here though. Called Bururi. We've been on a pilgrimage all morning to get up here to see the chimpanzees in a nature reserve, forest reserve. And after spending 2 hours trying to change US dollars into local currency so we could get a taxi up here, we arrived up here with lots of local currency plus 20 US dollars. Of course, the entry fee is $20 US per person, only payable in US dollars if you're a foreigner. If you're a local resident, you can pay with local currency, so I tried to do a deal that I would be a local resident for the day and pay in local currency. They weren't having any of it. Of course, being very quiet.
I mean,
it was my idea.
How imbecile can they be? If they want foreigners to pay in foreign currency, at least put a card reader there so you can swipe a card and it's done. But no, that's difficult.
Now I asked Court this morning what he would like for breakfast, presuming the only options were going to be chapati and beans. And Court said he'd love a fry-up. Well, what do you know? Look what we found just as we're leaving town. Look what we found. Happy Chico.
It was a lovely breakfast. Petit déjeuner complet with omelette and sausage and everything. And we could wait out the downpour. In theory, it's a paved road. Could it be that not even the Chinese give them credit anymore? Hello! It does look lovely. But we're now probably 2 hours on this construction site already. And the village built around the fish farm. One, two, three, four, five! 5 on one bike.
With no US dollars left, we spent our time in Bujumbura touring every bank in town, hoping to withdraw money. But as was the case right throughout the country, they wouldn't accept our foreign bank cards. Now, Court was suggesting jumping on a bus to Rwanda to get the hell out of there. I wasn't hearing any of it, but let me tell you, to see Court, a Swiss man, without access to his well-earned cash in his bank account, he was devastated. It was not a pretty sight. Okay, here we are at the KCB Bank. We tried, it was our last chance. We tried our MasterCard, didn't work. Then I transferred money to my Visa card. Tried my Visa card, doesn't work. It says thank you, but it just doesn't split out any money. So now we have exhausted all the banks in town, except we go to a regular local bank and see will they accept my Visa. I'm going to be charged from the moment I take money out. Well, you'll be happy to know. We got the spondulics out.
Don't have to take the bus.
Don't have to take the bus. It's probably going to be the most expensive $200 we ever took out in our lives.
It's quite amazing. The biggest emotional thing about Burundi so far is getting money out of a cash machine.
I was getting emotional because Court was getting so emotional.
Yeah, I can live with that. It was me.
Okay, now we have money. So I would say, let's go down to the beach, see if there's anything nice down there. Saint-Tropez Beach.
Well, the gardener has done the job. All they need now is a bit of irrigation and tarmac. So one of the big attractions of Burundi is the bicycles that transport everything down the hill, from people to charcoal to plantains, up to 250 kilos of load on their one gear, one brake bicycle, hurtling down the mountain. And then just as mind-blowing is how they get back up, just latching on to trucks that speed up the hill. These guys are sitting like an arm's length from the truck, in the middle, not seeing what happens, nothing, sitting side saddle, so if there's a crash at least they don't fly around with the bicycle but by themselves. But bloody dangerous. And it's a bit like Formula 1, huh? It's a spectator sport, so that I can cycle up under my own steam, but then I have a few gears more. Hiking a bit through a tea plantation here. Show your face. Hello. Tea. What they have on their head is called a fascinator, or an eco umbrella. What a beautiful hike. Of course it'd be lovely to see a chimp, but I'm quite happy with it as it is. So the guide claims that this fruit was eaten or half eaten by a chimp. Are you happy with today's excursion?
We came to see chimpanzees. We got a chance to see chimpanzees. Chimpanzees had gone elsewhere.
The feckers. But it was a beautiful hike.
It was a beautiful hike.
Really enjoyed that.
Tree ferns, tea plantations,
Yeah. Even some mushrooms.
waterfalls. The sense of adventure.
The sense of being off the bike. So what's the verdict on Burundi?
Small is beautiful. We could have been through this country in 3 days, but we slowed down to enjoy the scenery, and it was really well worth it, eh, Court?
Yeah, it was like all the ups and downs, a beautiful scenic stretch along the lake. It was really worth it. We even had a walk through a teak plantation and jungle. Cool.
But stopping and having dozens of people around you at any one moment did take a lot of getting used to.
Yeah, followers are cheap in Burundi.
No kidding. The banking system, hey, Court?
That was very frustrating. I mean, for a Swiss man not to have access to his bank account is not funny.
Not good. But I think the highlight of the whole trip had to have been those velo couriers at breakneck speed, up and down those mountains, hanging onto those trucks.
Yeah.
Huge loads.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't have to do that.
Yeah. Entertaining, but nail biting.